going on, man? It's your boy G coming to you with another video lesson. All right, KSCP, my latest trade. I think I made about 1.1 thousand on it, so $1,100, and I traded it around seven. I want to say it was seven. Let me check real quick. I want to say it was around, it was 7:38. I got in around this day, and you can kind of see what I seen. There was basically a downtrend in the beginning of the day. I was trading on a minute chart, like I'm talking about, real day trading. I haven't did this type of trading in a long time, folks. So there was some type of downtrend after a pre-market spike. I love to see that on any trade. If anybody doesn't know what a pre-market spike is, pre-market spike is basically before the market opens in your time zone. There's always going to be trading activity. I wouldn't say always, but there's going to be some type of trading activity that goes on. And so I seen that it spiked up. I mean, a lot. Let's zoom in here. It spiked up right here, and then the drop down, and then I seen that it broke out right around here, and I was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to get in. So I got in around 7:38, and I got out around 9. I want to say 9:02, and that was around 12 o'clock. I even alerted this in the stock room, in the chat room that we have. And if you are not a part of a community, you have to join one, because it's really going to help you. It's going to help your learning curve. You talk about really picking up speed, learning the market really fast. You have people who've been trading for years on here, including myself, that can really show you how the ropes go, man. Really show you how to profit. So I alerted this around 10:16. I alerted the stock. I said, hey, this has a lot of potential as well. It's an IPO day. So this company did an IPO. It doesn't have a lot of trading history, so it's not one of my typical plays where I look for what has it done in the past 9 months. Has it had a couple spikes? Has it had a big spike? Has it been a big runner? And literally, like that, I traded it the day after the second day of it being live public company. And like I said, I seen this pop up on my scanner, and for some reason it caught my attention. I thought it had potential because when I looked at the minute chart and I seen those heavy spikes, I'm thinking that this company can really go. And that was my, initial thought process. All of this has not even happened yet when I'm thinking it. I'm like, man, this company can go. It can retest where it started out. It opened up around 14, 15 bucks in an IPO. And, it dropped down, of course. But I'm like, man, it can really retest. So I'm looking at the day chart. I'm like, this thing can really pop. And it did. And it became very popular on Twitter at the time. It became popular like around when it got to like 13, 14 bucks. At that point, it's too late. I got out at 9. So I left a lot of room on the table. I mean, think about getting in at $7 and riding that wave. It closed around 15 bucks. And then it went into aftermarket. It went to 27 bucks. So you're talking about a 276 return. You do the math, and I only invested, I got 678 shares. So I maybe invested, I want to say, I maybe invested $6,000 in this trade. And I got a nice return within the day. I got $1,000 return. This happens. And I try to tell people that these opportunities happen. They come here and there. Now, it's not like 2017 where it happens every day, where you see these big 100, 200% spikes. But these home runners, they come every once in a while. You just have to be ready. You have to be intuitive. You have to be on alert and really set up your system well. Now, like I said, this is the reason why I got into it. I like recent spikes. Even though it was pre-market, it still counts as a recent spike. And I want to zoom in more on that. in pre-market, it went from $6 all the way to $11, dropped back down, started to consolidate. I'm looking for it to break this downtrend that it created, and it did. That let me know that it still had some room to run. It let me know that people were not only paying attention to the company, but they were actually thinking the company can actually do good. So a lot of buyers came in right here, and that thing rolled up. It rolled up. Now, yes, you probably are thinking like, I left some room on the table. I leave money on the table. That's cool. I try not to, but in this aspect, I set my trail stop, and I want to say around here, it got me out. So yeah, it got me out around 12:10. So around 12:10, I got pushed out, and I want to say that's when this drop happened right here. When it dropped down, it got me out. I didn't. I set my trail stops maybe 10% below my buying price, and that means that if it drops 10%, it's going to get me out. But remember, the trail stop is going to follow the stock price. So when the stock prices increase, the trail stop is going to follow. But the trail stop never drops back down, which protects your profits, and that's what I wanted. Because remember, my lifestyle, I run a business, I run AlgoPair, and I have other things to do throughout the day. So therefore, I need to step away from my computer. So if you're that type of trader, trail stops really do help. Algo trading or algorithm trading really helps, where things are automated and you don't have to necessarily do the due diligence that I did if you're using AlgoPair, or you don't have to, even if you do the manual research on these companies, you can set up your system, especially if you're using Thinkorswim. You can set up the system to where, hey, get me out if it drops below here to protect my account, and then also here's my profit goal. Now, if you're like me, when you catch runners, you want to let them run. That's how you really maximize your profits and grow your portfolio fast. So I set a trail stop because I want that trail stop to keep following. But just in case it drops down, it's going to conceal my profits. And then from there, I just find the next company. So this is my KSCP trade. Now, this trade, like I said, these things don't happen every day. Like even today, the scanner, the biggest gainer was 42%. In this day alone, it was about 200%. So these things don't happen every day, but when they do, it's exciting. A lot of people win, a lot of people lose. And throughout the next days, like it went even higher in aftermarket, and then it's tried to do something again the next day. This is still pre-market. Now we're going into that the 31st, and I believe that was a Friday, or that was a Monday. That was this Monday, yesterday. And so it tried to do some other things, and then it ended the day at 41%. So it continues to try to do that, but these things don't last very long. That's why I don't stay in the stocks very long. It's just I get in and get out, and I always keep it real. And you know, people come to my page or people come to the community and ask me, why don't I marry these companies? Why don't I invest long term? I do invest long term. I just don't invest in the stock market long term. That's just not my deal. Now, when you talk about investing in companies as early startups, or when you talk about real estate, we talk about crypto. Those are some things that I think about long term that have value, that I am significantly early to it. Now, I could do a long term investment on this type of company. It just did an IPO, right? Think about Facebook when they first released their IPO. Think about Twitter. Think about these companies that are worth billions and trillions of dollars when they first did the IPO. I could do that, but that's just not my take. That's not my style. I stay in my lane. And as a trader, especially as a newbie, stay in your lane. Okay. Now, it's pretty much all I have. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, but I do appreciate you all for joining. And then like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. Help me grow it. If you like this video, if it helped you, share it with somebody. Share it with a coworker. Share it with a family member. Have them watch it. And I promise I will take the best care of them and give them the information that has helped me make hundreds and thousands of dollars. All right, this is G signing out.